Hello. This is a video about berry farming and how to do it efficiently as a solo or duo or a small group. I am a solo player. I have... How do I find my profile? Is it right here? No, okay, I don't know. But I have about 3,500 hours in Rust, all solo. It's just an enjoyable way to play for me. I like the challenge. Anyway, I'm into building, and as a solo player, I've experienced just the mind-numbing farm that you have to go through as a solo player to keep up with the groups. You have to mine, chop wood, go back out, chop more wood, keep chopping wood. Large furnaces are harder to get as a solo player, so you end up using the small furnaces, which require far more wood than a large furnace does. Which means you spend most of your wipe just chopping trees and dying with inventories of wood, and you know, it's just not fun. So the workaround I found for that, I tried doing the cars. I tried the cars, which are not bad. They're a viable option. Not my favorite. A little more risk involved than I would like. I tried just basing next to outposts to trade stone for wood. That worked once or twice, but I don't like just running to outposts with a bunch of stuff on me to risk, just hoping someone doesn't kill me. So this is what I came up with. And the third thing I tried to do was, what was it? Oh, just basing in areas with tons of trees, rushing salvaged axe, and trying to find a large furnace as quickly as I could. That kind of works, but then with the large furnace comes more difficulty where you have to secure it. So you either make a compound, which requires more wood, or you build an external base for the furnace, which is a headache in its own right, because while there are very simple ways to do it, you can screw it up very easily. Like if you put the roof on before you put the furnace down, then you just ruin the whole base. I've done that. It's ruined a white for me. Anyway, this is my solution, okay? Sorry for rambling, but this is my solution. This is berry farming. Berry farming is so easy. Berry farming is ridiculous. It makes this game so much better because it is very easy and reasonable to get a pure tea. And I remember when the berry update came out, everyone in the comments was talking about how crazy hard it would be to get a pure tea, and how, like, yeah, you might think these teas are busted, but actually they're so hard to get because they require it's exponential growth and blah 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 blah. It's just not true, guys. It's not. It's 32 of each berry to get a pure tea. And a pure wood tea is 32 red berries, 32 blueberries. Each planter slot I've found gives at least 2 berries, sometimes 3. It's really just, if you get your what's that called, crossbreeding down, and you get the good genes that you really like, you'll probably end up getting 3 berries per slot. I'm not doing that. I'm just assuming 2 berries because I just kind of use seeds, and maybe I'll start crossbreeding once I can get something like this more stable. Anyway, let's go to the example here that I've set up. So this is the most bare bones version of what I'm talking about. Let me show you an example. So you want to make a farm base, right? You want it to be as small as possible. You want it to be the most efficient and have the most planter boxes for the smallest footprint. How do you do it? You could try something like this. You know, this is what is intuitive. This is what you would first think to do when you wanted to farm. But this doesn't work. And the reason this doesn't work is because you cannot access what's in the back. That third row back there cannot be accessed whatsoever. You could do something like this, where you come back over here and then farm like this. But honestly, that's just a bit too inconvenient for me, and I don't like it. Sorry, I'm kind of OCD about this. So yes, you could do something like this. You could open up both sides and kind of look through here, make a boost, whatever. You know, do something like this. But now you are taking up 3 foundations for 1 foundation of planter boxes. That's not very efficient at all. So, what I've found is the best way to do it is square, triangle, square, with a half wall on the triangle and a square floor on the triangle foundation. With this layout, you can get 3 planter boxes. Sorry, I have my fly command bound and I don't want to unbind it. So yeah, you can do 3 planter boxes in 3 foundations. And it's much smaller than if you were to just do 3 squares, you know, like a smooth brain. You know, you would make something like this. You could do this, right? You could do it, but it makes the base way too big. It makes the base too flashy. And it also makes the base more expensive on upkeep because you're paying more for these walls, these floors, and these ceilings than you are for this base. So yes, you could do something like this. And this is also more efficient, or inefficient, because sprinklers and ceiling lights don't hit all 3 of these. They might if you really stretched it. Right here, ceiling light and a sprinkler hits all 3 of these, no problem. So that is out. This is in. Let me show you a more completed version. You have to crouch jump like this to get in. Okay, so this is just the same thing. It is the same layout I just showed you, but it's mirrored. So it's 2. Now you need 2 ceiling lights. I have found that you need 2 ceiling lights. I'm pretty sure that maybe there's like some really good player, like, you know, one of these like Discord scientists who like know everything about building, that you might be able to find like the pixel in the middle where you can hit everything with 1 ceiling light. I'm not that good, so I just put 2 ceiling lights down after I tinkered with it for a while and just decided that it would be simpler because ceiling lights are so cheap. 50 metal fragments and 2 power. I mean, it's nothing. You can power this whole base on 1 solar panel. As for sprinklers, I don't use sprinklers, but if you wanted to use sprinklers, 1 sprinkler in the center will hit the entire thing. It will hit the whole base. So these 2 sprinklers will cover every single planter box in this base. I mean, each sprinkler will. I don't use sprinklers though. I think they're a gimmick. I think they're way more trouble than they're worth. So I just dump gallons of water. It might sound like a smooth brain play, but it's just simpler and easier in my opinion. So yeah, this is the, if you wanted to make a base, you know, like a detached base from your main, just for farming, I would make something like this. And, you know, you can extend it up levels as well. You know, if you wanted to do that, you could just do something like this, or even just put a hatch in here or whatever, and then just make it on the 2nd floor and then just go as high as you want. However, for a solo player like me, this is more than enough. But yes, a couple things I'll tell you before I end the video here. If you're gonna grow food, do not grow pumpkins. They're terrible. They're really nice to find at a river. Awesome. I love pumpkins when I find a river. But if you're growing food, grow potatoes. Reason being, potatoes are more calories than pumpkins. They heal 60% as much as pumpkins. but they yield 5 times as many as pumpkins. So what I'm saying is, per planter slot, you get 2 pumpkins on average if you just plant seeds. Per planter slot with potatoes, you get 10. And that's way better. So per planter slot, a pumpkin heals for 10 HP. So you will heal a total of 20 health per slot. With a potato, each potato heals for 6, which means each planter slot will give you 60 health. Potatoes also have 25 more calories than pumpkins. The only area that they lack in is hydration. However, I've never found hydration to be a problem in Rust. I don't know. I don't think I've ever once been dehydrated in Rust. So yeah, this is very good. Now with berries, if you're just planting seeds like I do, you know, I haven't really gotten into crossbreeding yet because honestly I get a couple pure teas and I'm good for the wipe. And then I just grow cloth and potatoes. But you know, you have 36 slots in this base. You have 9 slots per box, and you have 6 boxes in here. 9 times 6, 36. That means 2 berries per slot. You will have 72 berries per yield every time this finishes, which is, I've seen online people quote it at an hour and a half. In my experience, I found it takes much longer than that. Maybe these people were growing with like YYY, GGG genes. But I just use seeds, and if you're planting seeds, I find that they typically take 2 to 3 hours to grow. So 72 berries will get you 2 pure teas, and then you'll have some berries left over as well. You'll have 8 berries left over to go into your next yield. What I'm saying is, with the drone update, small groups and solo players are going to be much more beneficial to larger clans and zergs, and trading is going to be highly valued and encouraged in the coming months of Rust, and it would benefit you greatly to get into something like this and learn it and make it more efficient and figure it out, so that when the drone update hits, you can start selling teas to clans and having a lot more fun in the game. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to put this out there. I'm not claiming to be, you know, the best whatever. I found that this was very helpful, and I wanted to share it. Because I looked for about a week to find info on farming, berry farming for solos. I couldn't find anything. So yeah, a couple base designs that I have this in are the one that you saw. This is a roof bunker, and I'll floor stack it if I end up playing with it. However, I don't think that I'm going to play a wipe through with this. It's just not my style. You have room for 2 roof bunkers here, actually, but I feel like that's just kind of overkill. I don't know. You could do it if you wanted, at no cost. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to put 2 roof bunkers here, you know. There's one here, one here. But yeah, I spend a lot of time building. As you see, my name is Bilderberg now, so yeah. And then I'm gonna make another video after I finish recording this one about my magnum opus. This is my shining gem of a base. This is the base that I keep coming back to over and over again, and I have incorporated 9 furnaces and 5 planter boxes into this base, and I will make a video on that shortly. But yeah, guys, this video probably could have been a lot shorter if I didn't ramble on, but there was a lot of information I wanted to get out, so have fun. Berry farming is very good and super worth it. I would do it if you can. If you're watching this video, you probably already are. So yeah, try this design out. I found that it works very well. Like I said, 1 sprinkler will hit the whole room. 2 ceiling lights, maybe 1 if you're like just crazy good at positioning it. I've never been able to do it, but I feel like you should be able to. Anyway, that's for another video. Alright guys, take care.